I want to welcome you to part 3 of the Source Code Diaries. On this episode, we'll be covering a few of the character archetypes. These are the developmental paths that your character will follow. We'll be going over the Longshot, Quiver, Vanguard, Magus, and the Agent. These are only a handful of the character progressions that will be available in Source Code, but the first 3 are available in the Light Handbook, so we wanted to give you an idea and then get you really into it. First off, we have the Longshot. The Longshot is a ranged-based archetype focused on the use of sniper rifles. They're known to use a variety of technology to increase the damage or effect of their bullets. They also carry a handgun with them for versatility, just in case an opponent gets too close, causing their sniper rifle to be a little less efficient at that point. If they come to close combat, they'll have to rely on explosives or their handgun because of lacking in hand-to-hand combat training, but don't count them out. They have the ability to be phenomenal support, or even solo if they're able to maintain distance. Enemies beware the power of their rifle. Next up, we have another ranged-based archetype, this time focused on using the bow and arrows. This is the Quiver. While using different technology added to the arrows to give them a sort of versatility on the battlefield, the Quiver is also one that can be used in a couple different ways. Unlike most of the other archetypes though, this archetype will directly end up using 2 different ability scores because of their use with the bow. A difference in bow usage is that when using the bow, it relies on accuracy for the ability to hit, and dexterity for damage and power in pulling back. They will be trained in some slight unarmed combat in case they're unable to use their bow. They can also buy materials and then create specialty arrows from them. It will give them the ability to be a damage dealer and much more. The Vanguard. The Vanguard is the all-around pseudo-tank damage-dealing archetype. It's built up to be in the front and taking out enemies right in front of them as well. They're meant to leap into a situation, take out the enemies, and then continue on towards their objective. They heal quickly, and they're a heavy force to face, especially when supported by their allies. But it isn't common for them to try to take enemies out on their own. They're able to use an arsenal of weaponry and built to adapt to combat situations quickly and with grace. A Magus is a character type focused around channeling the energy that exists, the energy of all things, that we refer to as Psi Essence. They channel this in ways that allow them to do magnificent feats, or even small marvels. Everyone is born with the Psi Essence circuit inside of their body, but the Magus develops that in ways that tap into it and embrace it. It's an archetype balanced around support and damage. Final archetype that we're going to cover is the Agent. The Agent is your infiltrator. They flow into the radar as a mix between the assassin and the rogue, with a high-tech spin on it too. They're trained to be experienced in a multitude of skills and developed to be deadly infiltrators, who are able to get in and out of a situation quickly, concisely, and silently. Dual wielding is also something that's learned very quickly, and although they are known to get jobs done quickly, very few are usually left witness to the job's end. So those are the 5 archetypes that we were going to cover in this video. Thanks for checking it out, and be on the lookout for part 4, where we're going to cover some of the skills that are inside of Source Code, some of the different things that you can do and abilities that you'll have. Stay tuned.